Good afternoon. My name's Corbin Roush, and I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's going to be quick, about 20 minutes long, and I'm just excited that you chose to spend a little time with me to hear about this opportunity that your friend introduced you to. We started a project a couple years ago that has done just absolutely amazing. We've opened in 14 different countries. We're 100% debt-free, and the opportunity is just endless right now. But before we get to that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name's Corbin Roush. I've been in this industry now for over 20 years, and I've helped dozens and dozens of people become financially free through this opportunity. But that wasn't always the case. 20 years ago, I was a corporate America guy. I was working so hard, just like so many of you. God, I can think of the times I was putting in 60, 70-hour work weeks where I was going in before my kids were even out of bed. I wasn't even there for them to get them off to school. Coming home late in the evenings where it was tuck-in time, missing the bath time, maybe getting home in time to read them a book. But that's kind of how I thought life was, like so many dads do. They just work hard, make a great living to supply for their family, to be able to provide for their family. And that's kind of how my dad was. And so I just thought that's how it was supposed to be. My wife and I had a great quantity of life because I was making really good money. But we didn't have a really good quality of life because I was always at work. I was going in on Saturdays and Sundays. I was missing the kids' sporting events. I was missing their ball games. I didn't want a vacation anymore because if I went on vacations, I would come back from the vacation and no one had done my work and it was piled up and I'd have to spend equal amount of hours that I was gone getting caught back up. Some of you can relate to that. And I just thought that's the way things were. And then one afternoon, my brother-in-law, who at the time was one of the top PGA golfers in the world, had come over and shared with us this new opportunity was out. And I'm thinking, my gosh, I'm working all these hours. I'm busy, busy, busy. I don't want any part of this. How dare you bring up some opportunity? But my wife, who was at one time an amazing pharmaceutical rep, she was climbing the company, she was winning records. But when we had our third child, or actually our second child, she decided she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And this was a few years after that. And she was kind of ready to start having a little bit of her own identity and having a little fun money, something on the side. So when my brother-in-law brought up this opportunity, she said, you know what, I think I'm interested. And I stopped it. I said, no. Over my dead body are we getting involved with something else? Come to find out it was network marketing. And I said, whoa, time out. I don't want my friends running from us. I don't want a garage full of junk that nobody's ever going to use. I don't want to be excluded from conversations and not invited to parties because we're these network marketing people. And so my wife shut it down for a few days. And again, this was 20 years ago. There wasn't a lot of places to get research on it, but she went out and she started delving into the industry and found out that it's a chance of a lifetime if you get involved with something in the early stages, a new company, one that has a product that people jones for and they got to have. And you know what? She came to me after a few days and she said something to me that changed my life forever. She said, what if that's the next big thing? And we said, no, I think I want to do it. And I said, fine, whatever. I'll give you 60 days, 90 days. You'll quit and I'll never have to hear about it again. And I said, just do me a favor. Let's have some balance when you're doing this. Let's not have that dad's working all day, mom's working all evening, and we never have quality family time. And she agreed to that. But one thing she did, she outsmarted me. She took it to the people and she went out and set records. She changed the landscape of that particular company. Rose to the highest ranks. Within 6 months' time, she's annualizing $500,000 a year. Can you imagine what your life would look like if in 6 months from now you were making $500,000? And I'm not saying that's going to happen if you join with us, start this, but it's a possibility because if one man or woman can do it, so can another. And through this journey, I started to get my eyes open a little bit. When she'd only been in the business about 3 months, she was making enough money now that she was paying off bills. She was helping around the house, and I didn't even know she was doing it. And she says, hey, I think I want to start helping a little more around the house. I'm like, fine, whatever, pay for the groceries, pay for some side things, pay for some fun money, some of our trips we take. She goes, no, I want to do that. She hands me a check for $17,000 and we paid off the balance of my truck. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, girl. You go. You've only been doing this one night a week. You go as many nights as you can. And I started thinking, what if we truly become financially free? What if this could be the way to take the stress off my life? Where I didn't have to work all those hours, because when she quit her pharmaceutical job, we had to buy a car, we had to get on my insurance, I had to work harder and I had to replace her income. And now she's not only replacing my income, she's paying off debt. We're getting 100% debt free. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what if this could bring me home and I could be this stay home dad? And I'm like, you go girl, you go girl. but I still wasn't behind her where I was out working it, and shame on me for not getting involved and working with her sooner. And finally, there came a point where I did, when I met the people that were involved, and I met people, I didn't have this in corporate America, that were supporting people, that were helping people, that they were there for people. I saw husbands and wives working together to be able to become financially free, helping their teams, helping other teams. And I got jealous, and I started thinking, wow, what if I did this too? Where could we take it? What if I could knock 5 years off my retirement? I always had a goal of retiring at 60. What if, or 55? What if I could retire at 50? And I started thinking, man, what ifs? And so I got involved with her. And I started sharing it throughout the time of my day when I wasn't busy. When could I find that? When I had a full-time job? Because I promise you, all of you guys have full-time jobs. And you're like, there's no way I can possibly do this. But I, you know what I did? I got up a little bit earlier and I'd meet people for coffees. On Sunday afternoons, I'd pick up the phone and I would call my buddies and say, hey, can you give me 15 minutes? I found something I'm excited about. A way to get healthy, make some money. Are you open to hearing about it? And most of my friends would say, yes, sure, I want to make some extra money. What do you got? And I said, meet me for coffee tomorrow. And I would show up and I'd do just a quick overview like I'm going to do for you here in a minute. And some of my friends said no, but some of them joined with me. And all of a sudden, they're meeting me at Starbucks with some of their friends. We're doing lunch meetings. We're doing it in the evening after the kids are in bed. And guys, I do this for the next 18 months. And over the next 18 months, total of 2 years that now my wife and I have been in it, 18 months, me helping her, we're now making over $2 million a year. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I don't need a job anymore. I was 36 when my wife started. At age 38, I walked away from corporate America. I'm now 58 years old, and I've never had a W-2 in the last 20 years. I've never had to work for somebody. I go to bed when I'm ready. It's so fun to be able to just sleep in, be able to travel the world and see people, see your friends, and help your friends grow this business. And that's why I'm so excited about it, guys, because 2 years ago, I thought I was retired and done in the industry, but 2 years ago, an opportunity popped up that changed our lives once again, to be a part of another startup company that had truly incredible products. And so now I want to shift from my past story to the story where we're at now. We have an opportunity, just like I did 20 years ago. If you're open to an opportunity to get healthy and make some money and have some fun along the way, please listen to this opportunity. This is truly an opportunity that can change your lives. And here's what it is. There's 5 things that you must have when you're looking for this industry. Again, 20 years experience. I've helped hundreds of people become financially free. A couple hundred people have made 6, 7 figures in this business following this simple system. The first thing that you must have is a highly consumable product that is science-backed, that I like to say people Jones for. They got to have it. They don't want to run after it, or they don't want to run out of it. And the thing is, with what we call Smart Ship, it's your monthly shipment. It shows up at their door every single month, and that's called long-term residual income. Well, our company has the most amazing products you could ever imagine. Not only are they so nutritious and so much science behind them, we are one of the only companies to be able to get in the physician's desk reference with 100% of our products. To be able to get in the physician's desk reference is, first of all, unheard of. You can't buy your way into that. You have to science your way into it. They're not going to put it in the physician's desk reference. That is the Holy Grail, the Bible for physicians. When they're looking through there, what's wrong with this person? What can I give them? They can look down. Someone's looking for all natural health. They can slide down, see our company's products and say, man, you need an all natural anti-inflammatory. Boom, try this product. So we have the most amazing products that are science-backed, backed so much by science. We have double-blind studies out on our products that you can look at, that we actually publish and let people see. Why do most companies not do studies? Because they don't want to know the results. Ours show that they're more absorbent. That is our key. They got to be absorbent. So that's the first thing that you have to have. Second thing is you have to have an owner that knows what he's doing. Our owner has 8 years of experience in the direct sales industry, but over 20 years experience in support systems for the direct sales industry. The man is a beast. He works tirelessly. His name is Daniel Piku. He works tirelessly at the office to make sure that we get our products shipped on time, that the company pays us. We've never missed a payment, getting paid in the 2 years we've been a company. He makes sure that our branding is spectacular. He makes sure that he partners with some of the best scientists and medical advisory board to make sure that we have a chief science officer that's got a PhD, that's well respected in the industry. So what do we have? We've got incredible products. We got great ownership. The third thing that you need, timing. You don't want to get involved with these when they've already done billions of dollars in revenue and everyone's already heard about it. You're trying to gather your network to get people excited. And they're like, oh, I already heard about it. Or, oh, I signed up in that years ago. Or I'm already using it. You want to get in when nobody knows about it. Guys, nobody knows about us right now. It is a chance for you to get in, just like Holly and I did 20 years ago, and say, you know what, I'm going to take my family's future into my own hands, and I'm going to go to work part-time building my financial future, to build my financial fortune. And guys, the timing right now is spectacular for you to be able to do it. So you got those three. The fourth thing is you better know that the compensation plan pays people money. Our compensation plan is through the roof. We've got people making anywhere from $50 a week to over $50,000 a week in a company that's just a couple years old. Where do you see yourself on that spectrum, doing something part-time, an hour or two a day, filling it into your nooks and crannies, on your way to work, on your way home from work, in the evening after the kids are bed, when you're just doing some Zooms or meeting people for coffee or meeting people after work or inviting a few friends over to your house and having your friends invite friends over? Guys, I can't think of another business model that is so simple that you can have this kind of financial success, but you do have to work and you have to go make things happen. So not only do we have the right timing, not only do we have the right products, not only do we have the most incredible ownership, we've got a pay plan that truly is paying people. And the final thing that you need, and this is what most companies do not have, and this is why most companies fail, is they don't have a system to teach people how to build this business. And one of the problems in networking especially is people get in and they get excited and they have no idea what they're doing, and they're going to go try to teach their friends how to do something when they don't even know how they're doing it, and they have mass fail, and they throw stuff up against the wall to hope it sticks, and they fail and the company fails. But we have a proven system. So what is the company, you're asking? The company is called 3 International. Like I talked about earlier, we're debt free. We launched in 14 different countries. We already have 4 major offices around the world. United States of America is our corporate office in Salt Lake City, Utah. We've got an office in Taipei. We've got one in Kuala Lumpur. We've got one in, I'm getting in trouble here, in Malaysia, Singapore, or not Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. We've got one in Taipei, and we've got one in the United States. That's incredible for a debt-free company. But here's the deal. We are looking for people just like yourself, business people, successful people, doctors, lawyers, nurses, school teachers. We don't need people necessarily that are in the science and health and wellness industry. We're looking for people right now that say, I'm looking for an opportunity. I want to bring my wife home. I want to let her raise our babies. I'm looking for young. I'm looking for old. I'm looking for anybody that's just saying, I want a little bit more out of life, and I want to go to work, and I want to share this opportunity, great nutrition with as many people as I possibly can, and I want to go change my family's financial future, whether that's $500 a month or $5,000 a month or $50,000 a week, wherever you see yourself. But here's the deal. It's a project we're involved with, guys. This is an accumulation of a bunch of successful people that have had incredible success in this history, that have come together to launch this amazing company. And we're just needing some people that rise up and say, I want to be a part of it. So if you liked what you heard this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're watching it, I just want you to reach out to the person that invited you and say, hey, I'd like to hear a little presentation. I'd like to hear a little bit more on that. We also do Zooms periodically throughout the week talking more about the company and the opportunity. So thank you so much for getting on this afternoon, this evening. Again, my name is Corbin Roush. I'm so excited about this opportunity. Hopefully I can get you excited to go out and change your financial future just like I did and my wife did for us and so many people. Thanks so much for getting on.